Hey YouTube, and thank you for watching Junkworks DIY Garage. Well, we are back on the old Astro van here, and unfortunately, as you may be able to see, there is no handle here anymore. And I will say one thing, once this starts breaking, don't let it get this far, because we were able to stick a screwdriver in there and kind of get it to open up, and now I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to get this door open, and you can't open it from the inside, from what I can tell as well. So we have to figure out a way to get this open. I'm hoping I can stick a screwdriver in there and find where I need to be and get to something that'll let me open it. But if not, I'm going to have to drill this out here. So starting with the screwdriver, and then we'll go from there. So I have several screwdrivers here, and I just don't know what I'm going to need to get a hold of here. There was, oh, there we go, we might be able to. Hard part is trying to pull out on this while maybe getting something. I can hear something clicking in there, but I don't think I'm getting a good enough hold. A little bit smaller one here that maybe I can jam behind something. There we go. Alright, so I actually got this open here. I gotta move my stuff now. Once I got this piece here freed up a little bit, the part that's this piece is hooked under is what you actually have to grab a hold of to allow this to open. So now I'm going to open both doors so that this doesn't accidentally get closed. And right below the striker for the other door, there's a plate right here that we need to take off, and it appears there's 3 Phillips head screws and a clip here. Appears to be just a plastic clip here. Actually looks like you could throw a screw in there if you wanted to, but so that gives us access to what we need here. Probably a couple of 10mm, I'll check that. We got a couple of clips right there and right there that we gotta disconnect, so I'm gonna go get tools to do that. These appear to just pop in here, so you should be able to take a screwdriver and just kind of twist it like that, and that'll pop loose. These are fairly easy ones. Only problem with these ones is that they tend to pop loose inside the door sometimes once you start messing with them, so it's a little bit harder to stay out of your way and do it, because it's a kind of a weird angle and I can't get it between the clip to twist it. So this one, I'm going to have to go against the door here and just pry it. Hopefully it'll come loose here. Alright, so don't lose those or where they go. These ones are pretty nice. They seem to just stay where they're supposed to be. Then there's a 10mm here and a 10mm up here. I'm going to take those off. That should allow that to come out. Should be able to pop that out of there somehow. So this piece out here, you got to kind of dangle this so that it stays out of the way. And there is the broken piece. And here's the new one. This one is part number DHE1179T, Astro van 92 to 05. So I'm not even sure where I got this from. I'm sure it was pretty much probably off Amazon, but I will ask my wife because I had her order it, and we're going to replace it now. So when I get the price and where I got it from, I will put it down below. Now Alright, so make sure you don't lose your hardware. It doesn't give you hardware. It does give you the plastic pieces here. Oh, you know what? I didn't have to pop this one down here loose. That one you don't have to pop loose. You just have the one up here. So, my bad. So, just the one. And I'm assuming, let's see here, we gotta make sure we're going the right direction here. That goes in there. Fandangle things. Okay, so that was fairly simple so far. It fits. You can also see kind of witness marks here. I'm going to kind of lift that up a little bit and get it into those for now. Just witness marks. When I say witness marks, it's, in case you didn't know, where the head of these bolts are. You can kind of see where they've either kept it clean underneath or scratched it up underneath, or both. But you can usually kind of see where they're at. And then you don't want to refund these. So you want to be careful with those. You don't want to strip them out. Get them a little bit snug. Then we just need to take this and, for all intents and purposes, pop that rod into the hole there. Alright. I do not like the feel of that. It feels very loose in there. So I had finished this up and put this into the clip here. I don't know if you can see that, but that clip just looks a little bit different than the original clip, and it's not holding that in there very well. So I'm going to try and pop this old one back in here. Hopefully it'll, you know, it's, oh, and I'm going to drop it. So I'm going to go for that. I'm going to go find it, because it really was not holding that in there very well. Doggone it. Should have known better than to put it on camera. Alright, hopefully second time's the charm this time, because I didn't get it out of there, but I did get another one that looks identical to it. That is something I always keep, these little clips when I work on things, and I've worked on these Astro vans. I've had 2 or 3 of them that I've worked on, plus some client ones and things like that down the road, and I always keep little clips and things like that. And this looks identical to the other one, so hopefully it is. And when I put that in there, this will pop better. There we go. There, see, that's staying in there. I will say you're going to want to probably replace this if you get the same one I did, at least for this year van. This is probably for a different year, and they just throw it in there and think all of them are the same, but they're not. Now I'll keep this clip just in case somewhere down the road I have something that'll work in, but I was able to just barely pull on that and it would pop out. Now I can move the whole door pulling on it and not have any problems, so I'm very happy with that. We are going to check. That seems to be working there. Now I'm going to do this, pull on this, and that's not going to work. Okay, are we locked? I'm going to go unlock it, see if we're locked. Okay, that is not seeming to actually pull on that enough to bring it down. So that's not good. See, that's got to go further to unlock there. So right now we are having a problem. This is not unlocking this. Unless I pull down on it and then it will unlock. So this isn't going down far enough. So I need to see if I might need a see if that needed to come all the way around or something. No. See, and I don't have the piece that would have hit this to unlock. So it appears to me like this one was already, when they built this one, this piece was probably not working to begin with off of the pattern. Well, unfortunately, this is not going to work unless I do some modifications. So I'm going to definitely try and find out where I got this from and how much I paid for it, so you guys don't buy this particular one. I believe that there's one of two things. This is for a different year than what this is, but it says 92 to 05, and this is a 97. But either it's patterned off of something similar but not quite the same, or I wouldn't be surprised if they took an old one off of like a wrecked car that might not have been working in the first place and made their pattern off that. Because although it works, when I pull this needs to come forward about that much more. So this is where the other one broke at, and it is also where these are made out of aluminum, and they tend to bend a little bit at a time until they finally snap off. And I have a feeling that they patterned this one after one that was already bent. Or this got bent, damaged in shipping. Maybe it got bent in shipping. I don't know. I'm going to try and make a way to make it work if I cannot send it back, which I just got a message. So we'll find out if I can send it back. She just said we definitely have had it way too long. And I kind of figured that because it's been sitting in my garage for a few months now, waiting to be put on. And that is something. I know I'm going to get a lot of stuff about, oh, you shouldn't buy the cheap crap from Amazon. And the problem is I shouldn't buy the cheap crap from Amazon and not be ready to put it in right away in case something like this happens. But otherwise, I will say I've had way more luck in buying stuff on Amazon than not. The prices that they want at the dealerships, even if you can get a lot of the stuff, like I was surprised my Jeep, which is the newest car I have, I could not go to the dealership and even buy like a seatbelt for it. Dealerships just aren't carrying near as much quantity anymore, and their quality definitely isn't what it used to be. But regards that, you know, you're kind of down to where you go to an auto parts store, and the auto parts store is going to order this same thing. They just are. And you're going to pay twice as much or 3 times as much for it. So, you know, do what you want to do. I'll keep buying from Amazon until just everything doesn't work and I can't send it back for some reason. This was my fault. I should have done it right when I got it, or at least tested it out. You know, it looks good. It looks the same. It feels fairly quality, to be honest. I just think that this is bent or got bent. So what I'm going to do, because I can't take this back, is I'm going to try and heat this up and see if I can't bend it. Yes, that's going to drastically decrease the life. And I even thought about maybe tapping a screw into here that I could, and I might try that too. We'll kind of, I'm going to play it by ear, but I have it opening and closing, doing just fine. I will say 2 things. I lubed it up, but I always do that, and I think that did help some. Second thing that the piece, let's see here, it's not on here, but the piece, this would go in here like that, kind of down in, that would be kind of how it would be in the door. The piece that interacts with this piece right here, I heated it up with my little propane torch there, and I bent that little bar at the end that hits this, and was able to bend it a little bit, let it cool for a while by itself, and then cooled it off out in the snow a little bit because it was taking a while to cool off. But you got to be careful with that because that'll make it very brittle. But if you don't do that a little bit, it will also stretch easier. I don't know all the ins and outs of metallurgy, but I do know a little bit about it. So I did what I'm hoping will be okay. Will this last as long as an original part that is perfect? Nope, it won't. I probably will have problems with this down the road if I still have this van. And I probably will. I really like this van a lot. But regardless of that, it is working. We can get into the back for now. And I'll deal with the rest later. It'll be another video down the road probably. And hopefully I'll be able to get a better part than what I just did. Well, if nothing else, you learn how to take it out, put one in. Yes, I had to do a little bit more fandangling, but you might as well. It could be that is the only parts you'll be able to find is ones that don't quite work. If you want to keep on working on your own rigs, if I want to keep on working on these older rigs, that's going to be the part that is going to really suck. It's getting harder and harder to find decent parts. Getting pretty much impossible to find decent parts no matter where you buy them from. But that's neither here nor there. Now you know how to take it out, you know how to put it in, you know how to access it, even know how to, you know, if it breaks off, you can get in there. Hopefully you have at least the one piece I did, and you can get in there with a screwdriver and pry out until you hit that knob that allows it to open up. Alright. Well, thank you for watching Junkworks DIY Garage, where I'm proud to say I'm a jack of all and I'm obviously master of none. You all have a good one.